All right, what is going on, guys? Welcome to Forbidden Radio, episode 2. I'm joined with Angel, and I'm your host, Noah. And today we're going to talk about Echoes of the Old Universe, our upcoming book.
That's right. It comes out February 26th, I believe.
Yeah, I hope we stick to that release date, Armani. So,
Yeah, right. It's already been pushed back once. Hopefully, there's no more delays.
you know what? I will say my only not issue, but like when it comes to movies, when they get pushed back, the movie's going to be kind of crap. But when it comes to books and video games, that always means that hey, we're gonna try and improve it. We're trying to make sure things are done right and that the quality is there. And from what we heard from the demo books that they got, that the quality is pretty good so far. So
Yeah,
I'm pretty hyped for that. So
yeah, you're totally right about that. Uh, yeah, I mean, you're right. Movies usually when they get pushed back, like honestly, sometimes they just end up getting canceled.
mm-hmm.
But this book will not get canceled. Coming out very soon. Keep an eye out.
About 3 weeks from
I want
now,
to get.
guys. About 3 weeks from now.
I want to get a copy already. I
So
want
do
to see
I.
it. I want to see our creation physically.
I know, and like it's funny because I'm not gonna say any names or try and spoil anything on what's being worked on behind the scenes, but I know some of the comics that are being worked on are probably gonna end up being digital. But I so
Oh, okay.
desperately want like physical. Like I want to see like how a
Right?
physical comic would look for us. You know what I'm saying? Because we already have
Yeah.
the first book, and the first book looks great. You know,
Yeah.
so yeah, no,
Yeah, I think comics would be really cool physical, but I understand it's like more expensive, harder to do, harder to distribute.
mhm. Yeah, it definitely is. And then it's like, are we gonna distribute like comics wise, right? It's not
Yeah.
just like it's digital now, but then you also have the old guard, which is like trying to get it out to comic stores. Where I live, around LA, there's like a massive comic book warehouse called Frankensons,
Oh,
and
okay.
there's like a dozen different comic dealers in there. So it's like you got to coordinate with them too. So I can kind of see us just sticking to digital, maybe doing physical, like what's it called? You print. It's like print to order, basically. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can see us
Yeah, I
doing
feel like
that.
you do the best a little bit.
Yeah. So, Angel, what is your hope with this book? What's the thing that like you hope the most like comes out of this?
Honestly, this book, I'm gonna go ahead and say it, not my finest work, just because it's like the first thing that I've ever had actually like I guess published.
Mm-hmm.
And it's short stories. It's my first time like actually writing a completed story, if I'm being honest. I always like start things and then never finish them.
Mm-hmm.
So this was just like something for me to actually complete something, just get something out there. And, even if we don't sell a lot of copies, I'm just proud that we were able to finish a book. And I think it's really cool that we all were able to work on it together. And I think everyone else wrote some really great stories.
I agree. I agree. It's funny you say that because I also kind of feel like that it's not my finest work.
Really, I
Uh,
loved your stories.
did you really? Thanks, dude. That means a
Yes,
lot,
I think you're great. I think your writing is great. I think your world building is awesome.
dude. That means a lot because I honestly like. I think you and I probably both suffer from imposter syndrome when it comes to writing.
Yeah.
It's like why are we here? That's why like when I asked Armani and Eric like why did we get chosen? And he told us
Right.
that like because if you guys don't know, there was 300 people that applied to work with Forbidden Origins, and initially it was 8. Now it's only 6 of us, and it's like something that has to say something about us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was
And
unreal.
yeah, right. Like it feels like weird to know that people outside my friends and family like what I write. You know.
Right, exactly.
Um, but yeah, actually, give them a little brief. Give the audience a brief overview of what you wrote. Your stories. Give like
Okay.
a 1 to 2 sentence synopsis, I guess.
All right, let's see. Oh, I wrote 3 of them.
There you go.
They're all really short. I think mine are the shortest throughout, maybe except for like Armani's and Eric's.
Hmm.
But my first one, it's the first one in the book actually. It's the opening.
Yes.
It's about a grandmother on a planet that is being attacked, and they're like hiding out in the forest, and she's telling them stories,
Hmm.
trying to, keep their hopes up, keep them happy. Um, and it kind of just ends with like a bittersweet, like a thought from the grandmother about her granddaughter. It kind of just really sets the tone for the rest of the book, I feel like. And then my second one, I can't remember what order they're in, but one of them is a father who works on a what is it called? Like he makes weapons basically
Hmm.
on the planet Vaxlier.
Hmm.
Just trying to provide for his daughter, and some things go awry, we'll say, and it's kind of like a revenge story. And then my third one is these two army commanders from different sides of the war basically uh find each other in a shootout in a bar, and then have to become friends. I think it's pretty cool. I think that one's more like goofy, but it still kind of fits the vibe of like the the war, and like just like the fear that's going on around.
Would you say it's kind of like a buddy cop type dynamic?
Yeah, that's actually exactly how I described it in my promo video.
Hmm.
Like word for word, I said it's like a buddy cop style story, and then I want to keep adding more to like their story. Like I want to keep that going. I want it's called Grok and Sands.
Yeah, there
Is the
you go.
guy's names. Yeah,
Hmm.
and like I want to do more stories with them as like, the buddy cop style, just like running around wreaking havoc across the planets and stuff.
It's funny because I'm sure Armani and Eric will be more than happy to see you expand that.
Yeah, I mean, Armani keeps asking me, he's like, "Hey, Angel, what are you sending us some more ideas?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I know, I'm kind of lagging on that, but I do have some stuff that I want to work on, but I just haven't even gotten started. So I don't want to like be like, hey, I have this idea, because then what if I don't end up following through?"
Hmm.
Yeah, but I
That's
do want to do more stuff with him.
that's the one thing I will say that I appreciate about Eric and Armani is that they don't get on our ass. Um,
Yeah,
Granted, there's no money in play right now. Um,
yeah, that's
but like when there is money in play, like I can be very lazy, but I know that once we get a little more serious with what we're doing, um, I'm definitely gonna get more on it. Like, don't get me wrong,
oh yeah,
I love writing, but God, I'm such a lazy motherfucker. Like, I really am,
I'm
dude.
the exact same way. Like I'm like, oh yeah, I want to write, I want to do this. I have so many ideas, but then
Hmm.
like when I actually sit down to write, I'm just like, well, like I can do it later.
Yeah, and I am kind of glad that I'm working with you and everybody else because you guys do motivate me to get this shit done. Though I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, exactly. It's like that group mindset of like, oh, well, everybody else is working on stuff. I should be working on something too.
Hmm. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, like right now I'm working on a script for a comic, and
Oh,
I'm not gonna give too much away, but it's of course it takes place within the old universe, and it's like I have the idea in my head, and I wrote out the basic plot, but like like I said, I'm so lazy, but I need to get on that. I told Eric and Armani by February, sometime within February, it'll be done, and it's gonna get done. You know,
yeah.
I will push it, like I'll push it, but it's gonna get
Yeah,
done.
you'll get
you
there.
know,
Hey,
um,
February's a short month, just saying, and we're already halfway through. Maybe you could extend that into March, but I mean, if you
yeah,
manage to get it done, props to you.
I will say that like sometimes I lose track of time, especially when I'm working.
Yeah, that's true.
But what's your how does it feel knowing you're gonna be an author?
I'm so excited. I think being able to say like I'm a published author just sounds so cool. It's so like what's the word I'm looking for? Uh I don't know, it just sounds like very professional. Like I
Yeah,
feel like I don't deserve the title, but I think it's really cool. I feel like this has always been a dream of mine, so it's just very exciting.
same. My on my mom's side of the family, we have a couple doctors, and now I
Oh,
can be
really?
like, hey, look at this. I'm promoting literacy, guys.
Yeah. Look at me, I'm an author.
I'm
Sounds
not
so
a, I'm,
fancy.
I'm not a doctor, but you know what? Damn it, I have something made. So
Yeah, you should be proud.
yeah, third.
Yeah, and this is the first time that anybody that like knows me, like friends and family, are gonna see or like read my writing. So that's pretty kind of maybe not scary, but it's like I don't know. It's kind of gives me nerves a bit. Like I'm scared to see what they think. You know?
I get you because like it's one thing he taking criticism from people outside of your friends and family, but when like they criticize what you do, sometimes it can be a little like harder to take,
Exactly.
even if it's like constructive, which for the most part
Right.
it is, you know, when it comes from them.
Of course, it
Um,
always is, but it just sometimes it hits personally.
yes, yeah, like it's funny because I come from a very my family they're pretty much like cinephiles. They love
Okay.
watching movies. They love watching all kinds of different movies, TV, video games, and all that. And whenever I propose ideas to them, they always got to break it down. They're like, okay,
Oh, okay.
why is this guy doing that? Why is she doing this? Like blah 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 blah. And I'm like, guys, I literally just have a basic bones plot here. I don't have all that yet.
Yeah, that seems like it would add a lot of pressure to what you're doing.
Yeah, and I appreciate it because like that's the kind of people that like are really gonna get into what we write.
Yeah, of course. It's
So
like
I'm
they're the ones that are gonna enjoy it the most, like to the fundamentals and stuff.
mhm,
So it is good to have that like perspective, I guess.
mhm, exactly. What's your biggest fear?
My biggest fear is I don't know, I guess people not liking my writing.
Hmm.
People not liking specifically my writing, I think.
Hmm.
Cuz like what if they're like, "Oh, everyone else's stories are great, but yours are kind of eh." Then I feel like that would hurt
Hmm.
the most.
Hmm.
That's kind of like my biggest fear with this.
It's funny because I feel like everybody else wrote a much deeper, much more like emotional story or set of stories.
Right.
And meanwhile, I'm over here writing like massive battles and shit, and I'm like, God, I feel like I'm very surface level. Like I feel very surface level. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
everything else feels like Dune, and I feel like Star Wars. Not that I
See, but I
don't
think
love Star
that's
Wars, but still, you know.
of course. But I think that's kind of like the beauty of what we're doing here is that like everybody has such a different writing style
Hmm.
that like having them all in one book is like really cool because you get to like bounce around between different types of stories and stuff. So I think it works. But
Yeah,
also I think your stories were really good, really well written.
yeah. Thank. I'm sorry. So when people say that, it's hard for me to take like that kind of compliment, but I do appreciate it. And
I get it. I
your
get it.
stories just like Dominic, like you guys, it really hit me. So I can't wait to see what people say about your guys' stuff.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be
Thank you. Thank you.
fun.
Yeah,
Um,
I can't wait to see people's reviews and stuff.
I know. Do you think? Okay, I was thinking about this. Right, I'm like, do you think people are gonna review it as a whole, or do you think they're gonna review each story individually? Like, what do you think is gonna?
Ooh.
How do you think it's
I
gonna
don't
go?
know. I hope they review it as a whole. I feel like that would kind of take away some of the pressure of like having my stories be singled out. But also, I think it would be more helpful to get like an individual breakdown of each story, just because like, they'll be able to say like what parts they liked and what parts they didn't like and what we can improve on.
Oh, I agree. Um, okay, hypothetically speaking, it blows up crazy. What?
That'd be great.
What? I know. I think it's gonna blow up, but like I'm
You think
talking
so?
like, oh yeah, I'm talking like New York Times.
Oh, okay, okay.
Like what? How do you think we'll be able to handle that? Like how do you think like Forbidden Origins is gonna be able to take that?
I honestly don't even know. I can't even like hypothetically conceptualize that.
Like what if
Like that
Stephen
seems
King tweets out
outlandish.
a review about
That would be
Ghosts of the Old
insane.
Universe?
I would not believe it. I would be like, we're getting pranked. That's like AI or
That's
something. That's a
AI.
fake account. Yeah, can't be real. Um, I mean, that would be awesome, but I don't know. I don't know how I would react. I think I would be both like excited, but also like nervous because then there's more eyes on it, and then it's
Hmm.
like more potential for people to hate on it.
Hmm. It'd be
Yeah.
funny.
What
Stephen
about you?
King, Grok and Sands is such a good story.
That'd be hilarious. I would have to frame that.
Dude, I feel that. For me, I think it's the same thing. Your fear. It's people pointing me out specifically. Oh, this guy sucks. This guy's
Yeah.
writing is just like surface level, just shit blowing up. It's like the Michael Bay of fucking the Echoes of the Old Universe. Um, I think in regards to like us potentially like getting like a lot of eyes on us, I think that'll be good and bad. You've already
Yeah,
said before, a lot of people will love it, but then it opens up more room for people to hate it.
exactly. It's like
Because
the
no, go ahead.
go ahead.
No, you go ahead. Good.
I was just gonna say, like, the more people like it, there's gonna be like an equal amount, if not
Hmm.
more, of people that are hating on it.
And it's funny because like I can get pretty political online, or like,
Okay.
and like I'm not gonna say like any kind of like political things here, but like I've also told like Eric and Armani, yo, if people like if they're criticizing and it's good criticism, fine, that's cool. I'm gonna use it. I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna adapt it. But if you're like if like we get like the alt right like crazy weirdos on YouTube like shit talking, or like people on
Oh,
TikTok
yeah,
like talking crap, I'm gonna talk shit back, and they're just like, you know what, that's fine, and you know what, I appreciate that.
yeah.
Because
Honestly, I think that'd be great.
yeah, because I'm kind of sick and tired of seeing like people who make like writers and like creatives like making who make stuff just pretty much get bullied by like
Exactly.
people who would never make anything like of equal value. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's
Yeah.
like
Especially when it's just something like, oh, this is like too woke or whatever. It's like,
yeah,
nonsense criticism.
yeah, because at this point woke doesn't mean anything.
Right.
And it's
Lost all meaning.
exactly it's like we should be allowed to like say something back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. 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 I think that's fine. I think arguing with people online is kind of fun sometimes,
It can be if you
especially when they're in the wrong. Like when you know for sure that they're in the wrong, but they won't accept it. It's just funny to like just keep arguing with them to make them mad.
yeah, I've been doing that a lot. Like my friend Josiah, he's been sending me screenshots of like videos on TikTok, like the comments he's run across of me, like just like talking mad shit back to other people. And he's like, "Why are you always doing this?" I'm like, "I get bored, dude. Like I get bored. Like what do you like? These people are
It-
stupid, and it's just fun to see them just like go nuts. You
yeah,
know?
it's just a pastime at this point.
Yeah. So okay, the future, like your future with Forbidden Origins, like what do you want? Where do you want to see yourself go? Like what kind of things you want to make? You don't have to get too specific with what like you want to do exactly, but like what just yeah, just like what where do you see yourself going?
I think I just want to do a little bit of everything. I'm a type of person where I like to try as many things as I can and see what I like the best. So I definitely want to keep doing more like science fiction stuff, more old universe stuff. But I've always been way more interested in fantasy over sci-fi, so I think I definitely want to try something in that realm. And then definitely I want to do some superhero stuff, whether it's like comic books or actual books. Um yeah, I think that's my two biggest things. It's like fantasy and then superheroes. I've already had some like ideas for a couple heroes cooking up, but I just haven't gone around to writing them because I'm lazy and procrastinate.
Same.
What about you?
Um so yeah, honestly it's funny. It's literally the same thing. Fantasy, superheroes, but then I also had an idea for a science fiction thing. I think we you might probably heard me talk about it in the group calls that we have. It's called War Metal.
Oh yeah. Yeah, dude. I've actually been like excited to hear more about this from you because I think that sounds awesome.
Yeah, I'll give out a little bit. Basically, think of War Metal as Game of Thrones in space, but they use giant robots to fight, kind of like Gundam, um, where there were so like in the future, right? We have companies who went out and they colonized planets, but then after over time, these companies evolved from companies to like royal houses, and they started like creating families and stuff like that, and they're all within like Earth's like territory, but they have like their own like fiefdoms. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And when they go to war, sure they have ground troops, but like for the most part they have mecha like mechanized like units, and
Right.
the rank and file soldier they have to pilot with like joysticks and all that crap, but the lords and ladies of these royal houses, the ones who are able to fight, their mechs, they actually put a helmet on and they can connect to their mech, kind of like
That's so
Pacific Rim.
dude, and that's why I'm so excited about this because I love Game of Thrones and I love Pacific Rim, so that sounds amazing.
Yeah, and I think I also told Eric and Armani that in my head, like certain houses kind of specialize in different kinds of fighting styles when it comes to hand to hand.
Oh, that's
So
so cool.
one house will be boxing, another one will be like Jeet Kune Do, another one would be like karate,
Right.
So I was thinking that'd be cool if like one house was like Brazilian Jiu Jitsu, so they're doing like leg locks and shit and
Oh
mechs.
my god. Leg lock in a mech. That'd be insane.
um of course, like some of them would use like regular metal swords, other ones who have more money and more wealth, they use like energy swords, stuff like that.
Oh, that's cool.
And basically Earth kind of lets them do their own thing, but if anything disrupts like trade back to Earth in regards to like natural resources and all that stuff, then they
Uh-huh.
send like an army out to go handle like the situation, you know what I'm saying, like the parent coming in to stop the siblings from fighting.
Yeah.
So like these houses kind of have to keep it like low key, like small battles, you
Oh,
know,
okay.
like four or
Yeah.
five, like four on four, 5-on-5, stuff like that.
Right.
Basically the whole idea in my head is that if it gets to open warfare, like hundreds of thousands of like robots fighting, then it's gone to shit, you know.
Yeah, that's like the apocalypse basically.
Yeah, it's like okay, it got kind of out of hand. Now dad's coming. So yeah, that's one of the stories that I really want to delve into. But I actually want to ask you, your superheroes, right? Like the ideas you have. Like I said, you don't have to get too into it if you want to give anything
Yeah.
away. But like, what what's like one character you might be excited about? Like the power set, like the origin, all that. Like
Ooh,
what
okay.
excites you to like explore?
I'm totally down to just like leak everything and just like talk about it straight up because I feel like this will kind of like what's the word? Maybe not put pressure, but kind of like motivate me to like
Mm-hmm.
actually get it done if I talk about it
Mm-hmm.
on air. So one of them is a speedster,
Mm-hmm.
which I just always thought speedsters were cool. I love the Flash. I named my cat after Wally West. His name is Wally. But yeah, this guy's like a speedster, but he's like kind of like magnetic, I guess. Like he uses I don't have it like fully fleshed out yet, but I want to do something with like he can like manipulate electrons in the air, and that's what like I don't know, I guess shoots him forward. But like if he's going like really fast, he basically turns into a magnet and like attracts like metal stuff to him.
That's
And
sick.
then yeah, I have a bunch of notes written down. I could try to find them, but that's one of them. And then another one, oh wait, here I found my note. It's okay. So actually, maybe I don't want to give away too much, but he has like an apprentice
Mm-hmm.
who has to basically like form him back into a human because like when he first gets his powers, he like almost disintegrates and he's just like a bunch of like floating particles basically. I don't know. It's not fully done yet, but that's one of them, speedster. And then I have another one who like the Mexican like folklore like La Muerte,
Yes.
which is basically like death,
Mm-hmm.
like a woman who's death.
Mm-hmm.
Um yeah, it's like about this girl who can talk to her, can talk to death basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or like death is kind of like her, I don't know, kind of like her mentor, and she can talk to like ghosts. And she's kind of like a detective, almost like Batman style, I guess, but she could talk to the dead, and so she uses her powers of talking to the dead to solve crimes. Something like that.
It kind of reminds me of like Supernatural.
Oh, actually, yeah, I love Supernatural.
Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting. That is cool though. I like that. That's a good idea. So, okay,
Mhm.
your characters are you for the superheroes? Are you trying to like do a more of like a Latino like angle?
Uh, Definitely for the girl one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she has a name by the way, or a placeholder name at least, which is Seance.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, because she could talk to ghosts and stuff. I don't know. I thought that was cool.
That
But
is
yeah,
sick.
she's definitely. I definitely want to go more like Mexican style for that one.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one, I imagine the speedster guy is a black guy.
Okay.
Yeah. So not all of them, but I definitely would like to delve into it a bit. Because since that's my culture and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, because your superheroes are also like based in like Aztec history, right?
Well, it's some of them are um like my
Okay.
main character. So my okay, before I start with mine, is there like a name for like this superhero property that you're like trying to develop, or is it just like a collection of heroes that you're putting together?
Oh yeah. No, I don't even know if they're like I haven't really come up with like a universe for them yet. I'm kind of
Yeah.
just like building each character separately. And
Okay.
then I guess eventually maybe I'll try to like piece them together somehow,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
but it's
Okay.
not like for sure yet.
Yeah. If you ever want to like shoot the shit and talk about like developing them, I'm always here, man.
All right, I'm so down.
So my superheroes, I've already talked like a lot of people's ears off about it. It's called Manifest. That's like the universe.
Hmm.
And the main character, Alex Rodriguez, he's Hispanic.
Right.
He's kind of whitewashed Mexican, but I wrote him so that he knows Spanish, you know. But
Yeah.
he doesn't, he's not stereotypical. He likes rock and roll, he likes rap, he likes all that. Um but I wrote him so that he's not like oozing out, I guess, Mexican. Does that make sense?
Right. Yeah. I feel like that's the best way to go about it.
Yeah, it's kind of a reflection of me in a way where like, yeah, he'll have like Spanish music playing sometimes, but then like his playlist is all over the place. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Um,
I'm the exact same way.
yeah, and like he'll just be speaking English and like talking to his friends, but then they'll go to like the elote man and they'll get some corn and they'll eat it. It's like little
Yeah.
things that I peppered in there to show that yeah, this guy, he's kind of whitewashed, but his daily mannerisms, the things that he does, it's a reflection of his culture that he comes from.
Right.
You know,
Yeah, I think that's so cool. I think that's the best way to do it because it's like you don't really want like their culture to be like their entire personality. You don't have
exactly.
anything outside of that. Yeah.
Yeah, because that's my one gripe with these bigger companies who are creating heroes and trying to get them out there, or like getting digging up heroes from the '90s that they did made as one-offs and trying to like like put them to the forefront right now. It's just like, guys, just because this guy is black or Hispanic doesn't mean they have an accent. Doesn't mean that like everything they do is like their whole personality is their culture. You know,
Exactly.
there's nuance. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like you can have someone be a part of a culture and show that even, but if it's like the only thing that like you show about them, then that's when it becomes like both boring and just kind of borderline offensive sometimes.
It's very pandering,
Yeah, very pandering.
and
Like it
it
feels
gives
so.
ammo to those people who like basically like hate
Oh yeah,
seeing non-white people on screen. You know?
yeah. Because then they'll be like, oh, they're just doing this to pander to
Mm-hmm.
this community or whatever.
Yeah, I feel like. Did you watch what's it called? What's the one with Cholo? The guy from Cobra
Oh,
Kai. He's a superhero. Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle.
Did you watch that?
I watched like half of it. I'm gonna be honest. I never got around to finishing it.
I I feel like that was a pretty good like towing the line between
Oh yeah,
like excessive like in your
yeah.
face culture.
It was like enough to make it like appeal to Mexican people, but also not too much to where it was like just pandering.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, and it's funny because some of the discourse online is like, "Why is the first thing this guy want to do eat tacos when he gets off the plane?" I'm like, "Dude, he was in Gotham City. That's like
Exactly.
Chicago in like our world. You think there's gonna be a
Yeah,
lot of like tacos over there, like actual good taco spots up there? Like, come on,
exactly.
I'd
And
probably
like
be
you see the
missing it.
part of town that he lives in, like obviously like that's what he's used to.
Yeah, like I'm sure you and I would be missing like just that those little simple things that we take for granted. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So it's like it's just back up here, guys. It's like think about this for a second.
Yeah.
So when I think about like my future with Forbidden Origins, I think I'm very optimistic about it. Um, I love working with you guys. I love working with Eric and Armani. Um, I can't
Likewise.
I can't wait. Thank you. I can't wait to get Manifest out there under the Forbidden Origins banner because I feel
It's
like the things that I'm doing with it, that I want to do with it, it's kind of different. Um, because I really delved into conspiracy theories, right?
oh, okay. Uh-huh.
So I'm not gonna lie. Ever since COVID, my love for conspiracy theories kind of like like almost died because of all the crazy like things people were saying. But when I delve into
Right.
conspiracy theories, I delve into it primarily for like story beats, for ideas, for bad guys, stuff like that. And
Yeah, I've always liked conspiracy theories too, but it's like now it's seen as like, oh, crazy conservative ideals, whatever.
yeah, because they kind of took over the discourse about it.
Yeah.
But like for example, the way I wrote Manifest is that Bigfoot exists, and it turns out Bigfoot is actually a tribe, like a lost like native tribe that live in the
Oh,
mountains, and they're kind of like Wookiees,
uh-huh.
and they can
That's cool.
communicate telepathically.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and like of course there's some bad ones, but the majority of them are pretty cool.
Yeah.
I have werewolves, I have vampires, um, I have dogmen. I've been getting really into dogmen from like Texas. Like they're like evil, I guess werewolves basically.
Oh,
People
okay.
people
I've
claim they
never
see
heard of
them
it.
in Texas, but it's like, come on, guys.
Yeah.
Um, I have stuff like that. I have aliens. I have demons. I have angels. Um, it's a
Sick.
lot. I have the pagan gods. I have like the Roman gods, the Greek, Norse, Aztec.
Wow. So like a lot of like mythology and like supernatural stuff.
Yeah.
I love that type
Um,
of stuff.
yeah, and I basically wrote it that Alex, he gets so powerful he could fight most of these things like one on one. He could like take them and
That's
take
cool.
like very little damage. That's why when have you ever heard Armani be like, "Hey, Noah, Ion can kick Alex's ass," and like he'll leave?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Ion's one of their characters,
Uh-huh.
and he's basically on par with Alex.
Oh, okay. So
Um,
they're like, kinda, like equally matched.
yeah, I'm not gonna get too into what's happening with Ion because I don't want to spoil anything,
Oh, right, right, right.
but yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. I hope people like it, um, because I really not I didn't try to ground it because it's a lot of crazy shit as I've told you,
Yeah.
but I hope people enjoy what I'm gonna do with that because I feel like it's a pretty good alternative to. I know this is gonna sound crazy, me saying this, but I really do feel like it'd be a really cool alternative to Marvel and DC and like other comic groups.
No, yeah. I think there definitely needs to be more of like independent superhero franchises, I guess. Like, yeah, Marvel and DC are cool. They have, their decades old rosters and stuff, but I think like newer superhero universes are so cool. And I think there's so much that could be done that's different than Marvel and DC that could be honestly even bigger than them someday.
Invincible really gave me hope
Yeah,
that people would
Invincible's
like
great.
the stuff that we write.
Yeah. Have you seen Jupiter's Legacy on Netflix?
No, I heard a rumor that like they only made one season just for taxes.
Oh, is that why? Cuz yeah, it got canceled after the first season, but I really liked it and so I was very upset when I found out that they're not making a season 2 cuz it ended on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, it. I thought it looked cool. I don't know why I didn't end up watching it because I think that's a Frank Miller property.
I don't know
Uh,
who that is.
he wrote I think Kingsman. I think he wrote Kingsman.
Oh, okay.
Let me see. You know Kick Ass.
Yeah, I do know Kick-Ass.
I think he wrote that too. Let me look it up real quick. Frank
Oh, okay.
Miller.
That adds up actually.
Wait, no. He's an artist.
Oh,
Who who wrote Kick Ass? Let me see. Kick
I'm not sure.
Ass.
But yeah, I highly recommend it to anyone listening. Watch Jupiter's Legacy, even though it's never going to be finished. It's still worth the watch. One season, really short. I think it's like 10 episodes.
Mark
Definitely
Millar.
worth it.
That's what they bought. The Mark Millar properties.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm not familiar with that person.
Yeah, he wrote a bunch of crazy shit. My dad really likes his writing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he wrote. I think he wrote Kick Ass. I think he wrote Kingsman. Just a bunch of like independent comics.
Uh-huh. That's
And
pretty cool then. I like his style.
yeah, he made bank off of Netflix basically buying all of his properties.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's cool. Maybe they could be
So
with
I think I think okay, where would you want us to go? Like streaming service wise?
streaming service wise. Honestly, Netflix does not have the best track record, especially with like the new Avatar show that's rumored, like or all the rumors that are like of all the changes that they're making. People are
Mm-hmm.
really upset, and with previous shows, they've kind of messed them up a lot. So, I think it'd be really cool to have HBO pick up our stuff. I feel like maybe that's like a basic answer, but I just think they did a really good job with like Game of Thrones and stuff.
I agree. I think HBO would be that's more like the cultural zeitgeist.
Right.
I feel like everyone has their eyes on HBO.
Yeah.
But I will say that I think Amazon's doing a really kick ass job with
That was
what they're
my
doing.
second pick actually. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Amazon would be perfect for Forbidden Origins. I gotta be honest,
That yeah, that'd be really cool.
because
Except
no, go ahead.
they did a bad job with the Wheel of Time. I will say that.
Yeah, that's like their one stinker
Yeah, I guess that's right.
in terms of
Um.
like adaptions. Because like the boys, they did a really good job with Invincible. They're doing
Oh
very
yeah.
well with
Yeah,
Fallout.
you're
Looks like
right.
it's gonna be pretty good.
I haven't seen anything from that.
Yeah, dude. If you play the Fallout games, that they really stuck at least aesthetically to that.
Oh, okay.
It
That's
looks
I'll
it
give
looks
it a
so
try.
good.
Yeah, no, I never really got into those games.
What games have you got into?
Uh, you're kind of putting me on the spot. Let's see. Recently, like this past year or last year or maybe 2 years ago, whenever Elden Ring came out, I really got into that game.
Mhm.
Loved that game. It was my first ever Souls like, and now I really want to play Dark Souls. And let's see what else. What other games do I play? I have no clue. I'm like blanking right now. I could check my Steam library. Oh, I used to play a lot of Ark Survival Evolved. I've always been more of like into like survival games and stuff rather than
Mhm.
like story based games. Red Dead Redemption 2 was really good.
Mhm.
Red Dead Redemption 1 was really good too. Um, I play a ton of Minecraft, or I used to, not as much anymore. The Call of Duty games, all the zombies, those were really cool.
Mhm.
The Batman Arkham games, I played all of them except Asylum, and I've heard that one's really good, and I have it in my Steam, but I've just never played it.
Yeah, you'll enjoy it.
Have you played all of them?
Yes.
Which one would you say is your favorite?
Everyone would like want me to say City, but I really like Night.
Really? I really like City. I think Night was good. I don't think it was the best one.
Yeah, no, I can see why. I understand it. There was some like they really dropped the ball in certain aspects of the game, but I feel like the combat was like really good. I really liked his base suit, even though I always rocked the Batman Beyond one.
Oh, that one's fire.
Yeah, there was a little. I agree. There was a little too much of the Batmobile.
Yeah, I do. I did like the Batmobile gameplay though. I thought it was pretty fun.
Yeah, I felt that it was really good to like just like drift around the fucking
Oh
tanks and
yeah,
shit.
blowing
Uh,
stuff up.
but no, City's cool. I like City, but like I said, something about Night just like really caught on. Like it really like tickled the back of my brain that like really like those kinds of games.
Yeah, that's fair.
So you're a
City
PC
was
gamer?
my first one. I am now. I used to be PS4, but when the PS5 came out, I wanted to get it, but it was sold out everywhere, so I was
Mm,
like, might as well just get a PC.
nice, nice, nice.
So, like recently I've been playing Valorant.
Okay,
Yeah. I'm not that good, but it's kind of fun.
I try getting into Valorant, but I keep getting my ass kicked. I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna. I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
it's
keep banging
frustrating
my
at
head
times.
against the wall.
Yeah.
I
What
do like
games
the
do you play?
gameplay. What games do I play? So I have both a PS5 and a PC.
Okay.
Uh, when it comes to Steam to PC, I I really like strategy games. So
Oh,
I'm always playing Total War. Have you heard of that?
Total War. I feel like I've heard it, but I've never seen any gameplay.
Yeah, look up Total War Warhammer 3 on Steam next time you have a chance, dude. That's that game. I have how many hours do I
Oh,
have
it's a
on there?
Warhammer game. Okay.
I have
Total
400
War.
hours on Total War Warhammer, dude.
Wow.
That's the third one. Let me see the second one. How many do I have on the second one? I have 899.8 hours on the second
Oh
game.
my god. Jesus.
That's that's what my friend Andrew says. He's like, "What the hell, man?" And I'm like, "Dude, you all you play is Cyberpunk. What are you talking about?"
Oh, dude, I want to play Cyberpunk so bad.
They really improved it. If you get it, you're not gonna regret it.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Cause like people hated it at launch, but they're saying it's really good now.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved Edge Runners, dude. I've seen it like 3 times. It was amazing. So it made me want to play the game, but I just haven't bought it.
Yeah, that game that show got me back into playing Cyberpunk.
Really? That's what a lot of people were saying.
Yeah, I think a friend of mine he actually got back into Cyberpunk because of the same thing because of the Edge Runners.
Wait, so did you buy it at launch?
No, hell no. I
Oh,
bought
oh,
it. I got the PS5. I want to say December. Yeah, I got the PS5 literally Christmas Day 2021.
Oh,
So
okay.
that was like what, like a full year after it came out. So I bought it like literally the next day. So the first game I got was Spider-Man PS4, and then the next day I got paid, I think, and then I got Cyberpunk.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a
And
it's a good.
have you finished the story
Yes.
mode? Nice.
Yeah, I got a little too attached to Panem. So when you play it, you'll know who I'm talking about.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh,
but
it's 50% off right now. Might have to buy it.
if you got the cash, man.
I do. I just got paid today.
Same, dude. I bought Helldivers today.
Oh, dude, I want to play Helldivers so bad too.
Dude, it's so good. Oh my god, it's only $40, dude.
Uh,
It's for $40, it is such a good game.
Helldivers 2. Yeah, I've been seeing a bunch of videos of it on TikTok and it looks really fun. And I've been seeing a ton of memes and stuff about it.
Dude, I have so many. Dude, it's so cinematic. I don't know how they managed to pull it off, but it's so good. It is just so good. I've been spreading managed democracy for the past like 4 hours. It's awesome,
Wait, so
dude.
how does it work? What's the gameplay like?
Basically, you drop in either solo or with a 4-man team, and you're clearing out a planet of either giant bugs or robots.
Ooh,
And
okay.
it's pretty cool. Honestly, it's a really good mix up from either enemy type, because yeah, you'll have the horde mechanics of the bugs coming at you, but then once you go to I think they're called the automatrons or something like that. I just call them the Terminators because that's literally what they
Uh-huh.
are. Um, they're shooting back at you with like energy rifles
Oh,
and shit, and it's like you're forced to change up your usual tactics,
yeah.
because you know how like in COD Zombies you can kite them, you
Yeah.
can hurt them.
Train them.
Yeah, you can do the same thing with the bugs.
Yeah.
But like
Oh,
I
okay.
said, you go to the Terminators, all of a sudden you're basically you're playing Gears of War.
Yeah, okay. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, dude,
Definitely gonna have to get
it's fun. It's multiplayer only, but there's a lot to do,
it. Okay.
and it's pretty cool. I wasn't expecting this. They have a mechanic, right, where there's
Uh-huh.
different planets. You have two fronts of the war that's going on. You have the robots and the bugs, and on each planet there's a bar, right? It's either
Uh-huh.
it's blue or yellow for the bugs, or blue and red for the robots, right? Blue is
Yeah.
is humanity. Basically, if that bar, oh crap, oh crap, okay, if that bar gets fully taken over in either yellow or red, then the enemy has taken that planet and they lock it down.
Oh, okay. That's actually really cool.
Yeah, and
So it's
basically,
like siege warfare almost.
yes, basically everyone who buys the game is literally actively contributing to the war effort.
Oh, that's cool. So it's like a global
Yeah,
sort of like bar, whatever.
yeah, and
That's really cool.
it's not server. It's literally, yeah, like you said, it's global,
That's actually really cool.
and you can see how many people are playing on each planet at any given time.
Oh, that's really cool. But you can't actually see them, right? It's just like
No, no, no. It's just like a
okay.
like an indicator of like who's like deployed there.
Wait, that's actually cool though. Like I feel like more games need to have global stuff like that just to like give it that sense of community.
Yeah, and I've been seeing on TikTok like these people are role playing. They're like, oh, Helldivers of so and so planet. We've been pushed out. We need to retake it, and people are
Oh,
like
yeah,
role playing in the comments and shit.
I saw one like that where it was like, "Oh, I'm hopping on like this planet. I'll help out the war effort." And I was like, "Wait, is it like a MMO or something?" But that's actually really cool having like a global statistics thing.
I know it's pretty sick. I think for the gameplay I'm gonna capture, I'm just gonna capture the Helldivers I play after this.
Oh, that yeah, actually do that. I'm about to watch the whole thing just to see the gameplay.
Um, yeah, oh yeah. There's friendly fire is always on.
Oh, actually I did see a clip of that on TikTok where some guy was like, "Hey, is there friendly fire?" and he just shot his friend in the head.
It's so stupid, dude. Like, and even the turrets that you can get, they don't discriminate. If you get into the line of fire, they'll kill you too.
Oh my god. That's actually really cool. Like realistic style gunplay, I guess.
Yeah, and I really like the story that we get in the background. Have you ever watched Starship Troopers?
No, but I've heard a lot of people mention it when they talk about the game.
Yeah, Starship Troopers, the movie was like a satire of basically the United States and what we could become. Like, it's basically just shit talking like fascism.
Oh, okay.
Um,
Classic.
that's basically what. Helldivers 2 is they take the heavy propaganda, the heavy nationalism, and they crank it up to 20.
Oh, okay, yeah, no wonder I've been seeing a lot of like freedom and democracy.
Yeah. Managed democracy, son. Managed democracy. Um, it's awesome. Granted, some people take it literally. So
Oh, of course, there's always gonna be those people.
yeah, it's like it goes right over their head that they're being made fun of, you know.
Yeah,
Um, but if you take it as just like a joke, then it's fucking awesome.
yeah, yeah. No, it looks really cool. I definitely want to play it.
Yeah, I think you'll enjoy it. Hey, if you get it, let me know. I'm down to squad up.
Yeah, we should.
You know what? That's what we should do. We should get Eric and Armani to let us live stream us playing Helldivers.
Yeah, that'd be sick.
Hey guys, we're here to
Like,
raise
hey,
some money for our next book. So contribute while we kill bugs.
yeah, that'd actually be pretty cool. We could probably do it on the Forbidden Origins YouTube channel.
Yeah, yeah. Now
That'd be cool.
you're giving me ideas. Now I need to text Armani.
Yeah, text them, cook something up.
Any games coming out that you're interested in, other than like Cyberpunk?
Games coming out. Honestly, I've been kind of not playing that many games recently, and I have not been keeping up with new releases, so I don't even know what's coming out.
Dude, Suicide Squad came out.
Oh, I've heard very mixed takes on it. I've heard some people love it, some people hate it.
Yeah, you ever played Destiny 2?
No, never.
Well, that game. What's the game that's had the most grind that you've played?
The most grind?
Yeah, like online.
Uh, oh, online. Um, I don't know. I don't really play grindy online games, I feel like.
Well, that's
I mean,
basically Suicide Squad.
oh, it's online?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just like a story game, like the Arkham games or something.
No, that's what you think, given that it was made by Rocksteady.
Yeah.
But no, it's always online. You can play it solo, but it's better to play with a 4-man.
Uh-huh.
And it looks super grindy. I'm not gonna touch it, but people have said if you like the grind of Destiny 2, you're gonna be probably gonna like the grind of Suicide Squad. And I'm like, I've been in that relationship. It was abusive. Not again.
You're a Destiny player or what?
Yeah, I'm not proud.
Yeah, I've heard people say they wasted a lot of time on that game.
Oh my god, dude. So okay, in 2019, they stuck it on the Game Pass for Xbox, and I hadn't played since the first game, right? So this by this point, it's the second game. My friend, he gets me on it. My friend Josh, and then we stopped playing like right when COVID hits. We hopped to another game, and then my friend Andrew gets on it. He's like, "Hey, can you play this with me?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I'll play it with you. Why not?" It cut to like 3 years later, and we're just like, "Oh my god, this stupid ass game, dude." And yeah, we still get on it and we play it. We finally
Uh-huh.
stopped playing when the last DLC Lightfall came out because that was a shit show.
Oh, okay.
It
Why?
was just like the story sucked. There was some cool mechanics that came out with it,
Uh-huh.
but it's just the story was so bad, dude. It was just so lackluster. Um, and yeah, so basically, he and I we uninstalled the game and we're not gonna touch it.
Just cold turkey quit.
Yeah, well, I can. The guy Andrew gets a little too attached to these kinds of games, but
Yeah, that's fair.
like I get
Happens.
it because like I play COD all the time. Like I'm used to playing trash too. Like
Yeah.
I'll play like The Witcher 3,
Uh-huh.
but I'll still play Call of Duty. You know, like
Yeah.
you
Yeah, I
gotta
like
have
the
your
story
gourmet
mode.
meals, and then you gotta have your garbage too. You know.
Yeah, your fast food.
Yeah, I could do
Yeah,
both.
no. Yeah. Yeah, dude, I used to be really into COD too, but like the newer games, I haven't even bought them. All the like the new Modern Warfare's. The last one I bought was Vanguard, I think. And then that one was just so bad, I just didn't even bother buying the rest of them.
Yeah, I bought Vanguard like 2 days after I got the PS5. Um, Jesus
What'd you think
Christ, it
of it?
it wasn't okay. I feel gameplay wise, it wasn't as bad as everyone was saying it was, but
Yeah,
the
it's
story
definitely
was
not.
bad.
Yeah,
The story was dog shit, and like you would think that
story was
COD games would have really bad stories. No, their stories are actually kind of fun.
actually, yeah, like the earlier games definitely.
Black Ops too, for the most part, they don't miss,
Yeah.
except for four. Four
Yeah,
missed.
we don't talk about four.
We don't talk about four at all.
The game is
Cold
actually
War
so
was
bad.
sick though, dude. Cold War was so
I
good.
actually liked Cold War. Same. I bought the version that was like what was it? It was like the both gens, so like you could get it on PS4 and PS5 because I was
Yeah,
expecting to buy a PS5, but then I never ended up buying it. And so it's just there waiting for if I ever get a PS5.
that was such a good return to form for Call of Duty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That one in Modern Warfare before it, the 2019.
Yeah, that one was actually good.
Yeah, no. So when it comes to the stories, the way I tell people is like just think of it as like think of the best Michael Bay movie, and that's basically Call of Duty.
Yeah, actually.
Like they're gonna have some pretty good like you'll occasionally randomly get a level that kind of makes you think,
Yeah.
and then the rest of it's just like explosions.
Running through, shooting, explosions. Yeah.
The deepest, like I said, the deepest games you'll get from that franchise is Black Ops.
Dude, have you played the Ghost campaign?
Yes, Ghost was really good.
I loved Ghost. People hate it, but I loved it. I think it's my favorite one.
The multiplayer I didn't think was very good, but the
Yeah,
story was
okay.
fantastic.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Back when I played it, I didn't even have internet, so I would only just replay the story over and over again, and I loved it.
Yeah, that story is really cool. For a real quick rundown, it's very unique from Call of Duty because in that game it's like an alternate history where alternate future, I mean, where
Hmm.
the U.S. is basically a third world country and we're fighting a war against a united South America, and it is really good.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's. I mean, it came out like what, like 10 years ago. It's not like I'm really spoiling
yeah,
anything, but
yeah,
basically they're called the Federation, and they kick our ass. We're basically the Resistance, but
yeah.
it's fun. It's a lot of fun. I liked it. I enjoyed it. We're probably never getting a sequel, and that really
Sadly,
hits me in my heart.
yeah.
Um, but yeah, you played The Witcher, right? The Witcher 3.
No, actually, I've always wanted to. Ever since I was a kid, it was always like that one game that I wanted, but I couldn't afford, and then I just never ended up getting it. And like now that I can afford it, I'm like, I'll play it someday.
Yeah, it's always on sale, dude. I would just wait for like a winter sale. No, spring. Don't they have like a spring sale on Steam?
I don't know about spring, but I know they have a summer sale.
Yeah, just wait for it then. It's always like $10 now.
Oh, bet.
Yeah, I would recommend it, dude. Um, I beat it on PlayStation, Xbox, and Steam.
Oh my god.
I know.
Oh, it's on sale right now. It's $10.
Oh, there you go.
Adding to cart.
Nice.
I'm gonna
See,
spend my whole check on video games.
now what we gotta do is have Angel plays through The Witcher 3 on Forbidden Origins Live.
Ooh, that would actually be really fun.
I would watch that. You have OBS, right?
Yeah, I used to stream.
Oh, there you go. Just try and get the keys to the kingdom from Eric and
Yeah,
Armani. There you go.
yeah,
There you go.
yeah. Dude, I've been wanting to get back into streaming. Like I used to do it just like for fun every now and then, but kind of stopped, and I just haven't gone back into it. But it's definitely something that I still want to do. I like streaming; it's fun.
How many viewers would you get on average
Oh, none. It's just like my friends would pop in sometimes.
to say hi?
Yeah, but sometimes the occasional random person would pop in and chat, but like usually nobody. But I just like playing through games and then being able to like watch it back later on in the future.
Mm-hmm. I feel that.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think especially with games like The Witcher where it has like a good story and stuff, I think it'd be really cool to stream it or just record it.
I'd watch that. I'm sure we probably have a few people that watch that.
Yeah, especially if I can do it on the Forbidden Origins channel, I think that'd be really cool. I think it might even get more viewers that way.
Forbidden Origins at youtube.com.
Yes, sir. Check out the videos that Armani posts sometimes.
When he gets the chance.
Yeah.
Oh my god. How big do you think we're gonna get, dude? Like if we stick with it, how big do you think Forbidden Origins is gonna get?
I think we have a lot of potential. I
Mm-hmm.
think maybe not like DC Marvel level, one could hope,
Mm-hmm.
but realistically, I think at least we could get one of our IPs to reach like invincible status or something.
I could see that.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like in reality, we only need one to really hit, and then people will start like checking out our other stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I think it's definitely possible.
Someone I don't want to say any names on the team because I don't want to like put out like their idea,
Yeah.
but someone well, I'm putting it out there. I don't whatever. Anyways, so someone had a really good idea for a western. That's all I'm gonna say. Not you.
Yeah.
Like, we had talked about this last episode, but it's a alternate western basically.
Ooh. I love
And
alternate.
and they pitched it as a Western cross with a specific IP of a specific medieval fantasy IP. And the way
Ooh,
they
okay.
described it, I'm like, dude, that would be sick. I think you might know like what I'm talking about.
I think I can piece it together. That sounds cool.
Yeah, I don't want to say because I know who said it, but I don't want to say because I don't want to put their stuff out there. But
Right.
that I could see sticking. That I could see like I could see that people getting attached to that. People really liking that
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah, that seems like something that could go mainstream.
Yeah, I could see that. Like, oh, dude, yo, we need to talk about real quick. This is my idiot. This is me just going everywhere. We need to talk about real quick. We need to tell them what happened when we all got into doing a tabletop RPG in the group call. Were you there for that?
No, I wasn't in the group call that time.
No, you weren't. Oh my god, dude.
I don't wait. When we came up with the idea to do a tabletop RPG?
Yeah, and then we all started
Oh
getting
yeah,
into
no, I
like
was,
classes and shit, like creating the
yeah.
classes.
Oh, that was actually so bad. Like we had no clue what we were talking about.
Oh my god, it was remember it was a call about echoes.
Yeah. And then it just like divulged, is that the right word? Into just TTRPG, but we didn't even know what we were talking about.
Yeah, like fucking Armani is over here like writing each class and like what each class can do in the group chat, and we're all like talking over each other. Like, no. See, that's got to be that class. That one's gonna be that class, and then we're just like, this is about our book, guys.
Right. It was supposed to be a meeting about the book, and then we were just talking about Forbidden Origins, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, like what we would like publish. How would we do an old universe tabletop RPG?
Yeah.
Oh my god, dude! Like that's the kind of shit that happens in our group calls. Like it just
Yeah, it's always a mess.
we really are just autistic.
Yeah, real.
For real, no cap.
Yeah.
On God. Oh my God. See, this is
Um,
good.
no, you go ahead.
No, I think our potential is very very big.
Yeah, I
Um,
think so too.
I think if we can all get our personal stories that we've been working on out there, I think each and every single one of them will actually get popular. I think each one will get a following,
Yeah.
and that's just gonna grow the brand. I honestly think we can become strong enough to actually get to the table with the bigger companies and and
That would be
negotiate
really cool.
negotiate in our favor,
Yeah.
you know. And once again
Like
though, I will say that I don't want to get I don't want to get not Wolf of Wall Street. What's the one about Facebook?
oh, what's it called? The social network.
Yeah, I don't want to get social networked.
Yeah.
But go ahead, you're saying.
I don't even remember. What was I saying? Yeah, no, I have no clue. Oh, yeah, no, I want to dude, I so bad want to do like a dark fantasy like book series.
Hmm.
I think that'd be so sick. And I've come up with like a bunch of different ideas of what I could like potentially base it on, or like what like type of style I want to go for, but then I never end up writing it. Like I'll write like a ton of notes, even come up with a bunch of characters, and then I'm like, okay, time to actually get down to writing it. And I'll be like chapter 1, and then I just sit there like staring at a blank page, not knowing what to put down.
Okay, so I've already last episode we kind of talked about like my fantasy
Uh,
story, Dawn Guard. Like what kind of fantasy do you want to go for in terms of dark fantasy? What kind of like do you know like the rule set of this world? Like do you know the like do you have an idea for the characters, the factions, and all that?
I have a couple different ones.
Hmm.
The first one that I came up with was like there's this like I guess group of magic users, or like it's not really a race because it's like humans, but it's only like some humans have this ability,
Hmm.
where it's like I never came up with all the like rules of the magic system, but I do know that like if they use the magic too much, like if they overdo it or if they use spells that are too strong for them, they like start losing their humanity. They start like going insane, and they start like getting disfigured and looking like gargoyles.
Okay.
Yeah, I just like the idea of people having wings and horns. So I was like, yeah, I'll just have it do that. But then also like kind of like in Edge Runners, where like if they use too much cybernetics, they go like what is it, cyber psycho?
Cyber psychosis.
Yeah, I wanted to do something like that, where like if they use too much magic, they kind of like go insane and then like can't control it or something. I never really fleshed it out too much, but that was my first idea. And then another one that I wanted to do was more like a kind of like Victorian England setting,
Mm,
but with like demons.
okay.
It was almost like Sherlock Holmes meets supernatural almost.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, where it's like there's like demons are like just roaming the earth basically,
Hmm.
and there's this one guy who's like hunting them and he's like solving like crimes and stuff. I don't know, something like that.
No, I like that. That's actually pretty sick.
Yeah. But again, like I come up with all these ideas and then I just never write them. And I'm like, yeah, I'll get to it eventually.
And that second idea, you'll definitely get a bunch of Tumblr chicks to like get into that
Oh yeah.
if you play your cards right.
Yeah, I gotta lean into like the supernatural side of it.
You gotta cast some of the actors from Supernatural in it.
Yeah. I'll have Jensen Ackles be the main character.
And you know what? If the story's good enough, I could see him doing it.
Honestly, yeah. He's in he plays Red Hood. I just found this out recently. He voices Red Hood in one of the animated Batman movies.
Yeah, he plays Batman now too.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I knew about that, but I didn't know about Red Hood. I thought that was so cool.
Yeah, that's an old one too, from like when I was a kid.
Oh damn. Yeah, no, I've never seen it, but I just saw like a clip of it on TikTok and I was like, "Whoa, that's Jensen Ackles. Cool."
Do you have HBO Max?
I do.
It's Batman Under the Red Hood.
Under the Red Hood. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that one. I have to add it to my list.
Yeah, it's like an hour and 40. Yeah, you'll like it.
Bet.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
No, no, go.
Oh, another story that I potentially want to write. Another sort of grim fantasy, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
This one's more like Elden Ring inspired, but because I want it to be like there's humans and then there's humans who have magic and stuff and all that, but then there's also like gods who are like also like characters
Mm-hmm.
and they like interact with the humans. Um, and here's the note that I wrote. I wrote, the princess of the gods falls in love with a human who ends up causing the destruction of the gods like realm. And now the gods have fallen and they're living amongst the humans. Something like that.
Oh, that's sick.
But I want it to be like very worship based, I guess. So like humans are able to gain like favor from the gods by like, giving them offerings or like sacrifices or stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's how I want the magic system to work. I think
That's
there's a lot of potential in there, but I just have no clue how to start it.
that's cool. In Manifest, I wrote it that the pagan gods are so much weak now because everyone's basically either a Christian, a Muslim, or like another religion.
Right.
So like the Roman gods, the Greek gods, the Norse, Aztec, they're powerful, but they're not nearly as powerful as they used to be because they're not
Uh-huh.
being worshipped.
Yeah, they're kind of like forgotten.
Yeah, basically they're on the same power level as angels, which I mean angels are like pretty powerful even in like actual biblical like literature, but
Yeah.
like they're not gods anymore. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Yeah, no, I've always liked that the idea of like gods and like fallen gods, fading gods, whatever.
mhm.
Yeah, I think that's like such a cool thing to play around with for stories.
Yeah, it's a good trope. I've always liked that trope.
Yeah, me
I-
too, but that might just because I'm a Percy Jackson kid.
You know, I could see that knockoff Harry Potter.
What? That's actually offensive to me.
Good. Um, Actually, I wrote last night a little 3 page. Well, it's on my notes, so it's not like it's that long.
Yeah.
Excerpt of something that I had an idea. You want to hear it?
Ooh, sure.
All right, let me. Okay. The Archangel Azazel stood on a rooftop in New York, his black wings wrapped around him like a robe. The apes walked below, oblivious to his presence. He spotted one, a blonde. So I wrote the angels in Manifest to be kind of dicks.
Okay.
And but they like human women. Um, because in if you read the Bible, there's like the Nephilim that came from angels and humans.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Basically, he spotted one, a blonde. He might try and mate with her later if this meeting went well. And then Why did you call me here, Azazel? I have bigger problems to deal with right now. Volt landed next to him. Or was it Alex? It made no difference to him. The apes all looked and sounded the same after a while. Heaven is under attack. Volt scoffed. And how's that my problem? If Hell gains any more territory, the balance of power will tilt. We can't have that. Volt shook his head and rolled his shoulders, annoyed. Last time we talked, I punched you through the Rocky Mountains, and you made it clear you'd try and kill me next time we met. That's what I got so far.
That's sick. I like it already. I love the way he just like despises humans, the apes.
Yeah, so I've always liked that. I forgot where I got that idea. It might have been Supernatural. I've always liked the idea of angels just like they deal with us, but they don't really like us.
Yeah, they like barely tolerate us. Kind of like
Yeah,
disgusted by us.
yeah. Like why do we have to deal with you idiots? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I love that trope.
Yeah, and I can't wait to explore that more. And I wrote it so that Alex, it gets to a point where he's so strong he could basically just square up and throw hands with angels. You know?
That's sick. I love overpowered main characters.
I know, dude. It's so awesome.
Yeah. Literally for the one I was just talking about, my story where like the gods are falling.
Mhm.
I wrote that I want the second book to be like a god slayer kaiju style action where the protagonist is just like going around killing all the gods.
An orgy of god killing madness.
Yeah.
That's sick.
Yeah, where it's just like one human going up against all the gods and he I guess wins. I don't know. I haven't thought it all out yet.
So it's like God of War.
Yeah,
That's cool.
actually.
That's also a really good trope. Have you played God of War?
No, I haven't played any of them.
You need to get on that, buddy.
Dude, that's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing they're really good, especially the newer ones.
Oh yeah.
But no, I don't know, dude. Uh I feel like a lot of very popular games I just have never played.
Well, I'm sure you'll get there once we get that book money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. Go buy the book so that I could buy God of War.
And on that note, I think we hit 107. What do you think? Is that a good time?
I think that's a good time, unless you want to keep going.
No, I think that's a good time. We can end it right
Okay.
here. Next episode we could push it, and if we can get a guest, if we can get a
Oh yeah.
guest to get on here with us, that'd be cool,
Uh-huh.
guys.
Everybody's listening. Yeah. We need some guests. Please hit
Hello.
us up.
But yeah. So on that note, Echoes the Old Universe, guys. It comes out February 26th. We will definitely be letting you guys know on social media when you can pre-order, when you can buy. Please buy it. It'll make our day.
Yeah, it really will.
So keep a watch on Forbidden Origins, the things that we'll be making. 2024 is gonna be pretty big. After Echoes, we have some other projects that are already in the works that are well on their way to coming out. So, like I said, keep an eye on what we're making, and we'll catch you guys later.
See you guys next week.
Peace out.